We're here in the city of Romeo and Juliet, but is Verona more than just a tragic love story? So it's way too crazy here. We're not gonna go in actual Juliet's house and see the balcony, but basically this place in 1970s, basically a tour guide just saw this balcony and was like, oh, this could have been where Juliet lived, and basically made it a tourist trap now. And if you don't know, Romeo and Juliet obviously is a famous Shakespeare work, and Verona is kind of the city of love now because of this tragic love story. And a lot of people come here and they touch the statue of Juliet, they grab her breast for good luck and love. And we think that's kind of grody because she's 13 years old. But anyway, we're gonna skip this tourist trap and we're gonna go to all the other amazing places in Verona. Another amazing thing about Verona is all the old history and ruins. You can just be walking around the city and you find ruins like this and ruins underneath the current street. And this specific one is a gate called Porta Leoni. Once you get out of the hustle and bustle that is Juliet's house and balcony, you can find a lot of wonderful piazzas like this one. It has a statue of Dante in the piazza. And right now there's some kind of market going on with lots of local foods and vendors. So you never know what you'll find. If you just go into a piazza, there might be a wonderful market to try lots of new things. We had some great local nom-noms at this market, and one thing I wanted to point out in this piazza is make sure you don't forget to look up at the Torre dei Lamberti. It is a very notable tower here and quite the sight. So right off the piazza are the Scaliger Tombs, Gothic funerary monuments erected for the Scaliger family who ruled Verona from 13th century to late 14th century. They're very intricate, very impressive, and you can also get a ticket to actually go in to where the Scaliger Tombs are. We didn't do that. You can pretty much see most of it from the outside, but what a way to be remembered with these big things. We're in Piazza del Erbe right now, or Erbe, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but there's a lot happening here. There's a lot of vendors with all kinds of goodies set up. And in this piazza, you'll see a very tall lion statue, and the lion has an open book. There was something with Venice with these books, and if the book was open, that means it was at peace. If it was closed, that means it was at war. So Verona was at peace. And next we went to a very small but nice cafe where we got this deep dark chocolate mocha with some whipped cream. And we enjoyed it in this very empty little square that had even ruins underneath it. We're here at probably the other main site of Verona, the Verona Arena. The Verona Arena is still in use today. It holds up to 30,000 people, and I think there might actually be performance today because it looks like there's a lot of event staff, and I think that's why we're having issues getting online tickets. We would recommend you get tickets online though, because it's much quicker than having to stand in the line, because they say the line can get pretty long. Another option to go here is actually use the Verona Day Pass. In the Verona Day Pass, you get a fast express ticket to go right into the arena. They just scan you and you go in. And included in that pass is lots of other museums, discounted entrance into other things, and you get to use the day bus. So it might be well worth it. It's 27 euros a person. But this amphitheater is the third largest in all of Europe, and definitely a fantastic site here in Verona. You can't miss. Wish we could go in, but we're still grateful that we get to see the outside. So there's a market right beside the arena. They have about everything you could want to try. We ended up buying a bottle of limoncello liquor, very, very good. And we got an arancino, tomato and cheese. Let's try it. Super flavorful, a little dry though, but it has like a crunchy exterior and then a gooey, ricey, cheesy interior. It's very tasty. If you are at this market and you see a lot of food items, recommend giving them a try. We walked a bit out of all of, I guess you would call like the main downtown area. It's a slight distance away, but not too far. We saw the Scaliger Tombs. Well, this is the Scaliger Bridge, and it sits over the Adige River, which is in northern Italy. And at the time of its construction, it was the longest span bridge of its time. Now, we're just seeing it from this viewpoint, which is very nice and peaceful, but we're also going to actually walk over it and on top of it, and we're going to do that now. Welcome to Bird Vision, where we watch birds. There's also a museum here you can go into that looked really nice, but going onto the Scaliger Bridge was very cool. It was well worth the walk over to do. It has all these crazy steps so you can take pictures from a higher vantage point. You can see the river from both sides. There was musicians performing. It was very cool.
We're now here at, I think is how you pronounce it, the Giusti Garden. Very beautiful, not many people here. We walked from the city center over to here. I think it was maybe a little over a 20-minute walk. Came across a really nice bridge with a really beautiful view of the river and the surrounding area. This is supposed to be the best representation of a traditional Italian garden. So the Giusti family, it looks like they moved from Tuscany to this area in 1406. And really interesting that they used this place to dye wool. I guess wool dyeing was a huge thing in the Verona area. So they moved from Tuscany here to dye wool, but now it's transformed into a beautiful garden. So as the Italians say, we're gonna passeggiare. We're gonna walk around and take a look at the beautiful gardens. Come along.
Ecco il mio cuore, I'm giving you all my love. Sempre sarai tu il mio amore, my darling, my angel, my dove. If ever you would leave me, I think I would lay down and die. Oh, ecco il mio cuore.
So if you come to Verona, you seriously have to see these gardens. They are so, so beautiful, and you get a great overlook and panorama of Verona. And yes, it cost about, for both of us, I think it was 22 euros, which is kind of pricey, but it is so, so worth it. So beautiful, and you go up this crazy turret to get up here at the top. Also included in the ticket price of the gardens is an apartment that you can go into. It's a 20th century apartment, and it's supposed to showcase the living of that period of time, and it's very, very beautiful and grand. Don't forget to stop in and see it quick if you're here, because it's just a nice little added bonus.
Se tu mi lasci, amore, I die in a river of tears. I wish I had more to offer. You know I'd give you the stars up above. Oh, ecco il mio cuore, angelo mio, my dove. I give you my heart and my love.
Our final stop of the day, which can't be missed in Verona, is the Castel San Pietro. We took a funicular to go up here. Honestly, we expected that to be longer than it was. It wasn't too long of a ride, but if you don't want to hike up lots of steps, take the funicular. And we came up here, had a nice meal at the restaurant that's up here, and had some aperitivo. And now we're just overlooking the beautiful city and everything we've seen today in Verona. And bonus points if you come here at sunset. This is a great place to watch the sunset. Pretty good. Not as good as the one we had in Verona.
Verona is more than just Romeo and Juliet. There's a beautiful city. There actually is a lot of love in the air. We saw a lot of couples today hugging, kissing, dancing. So really cool.
It's a romantic place. If you want to go on a lover's vacation, this is the spot to do it.
And I would say this is kind of like an ultimate day trip, whether you're coming from Bologna. The train we took, people were coming from Rome. So the high-speed trains get you here pretty quick. You could definitely make it a day trip. Stay away from Juliet's house. There's a lot of tourists there. If you stay away from the touristy areas and kind of follow what we did in this video today, I think you'll enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more Italian adventures.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.